This is half my calorie intake for the day. I tried buying a house as an Amazon driver. As you know, buying a house in today's day and age, in today's economic turmoil, seems almost impossible. Some even saying that in 5 years, only the top 10% of people in the country that can actually buy a home. Well, I'm gonna show you, as an Amazon driver, how I'm trying to buy a home and how we're making that happen. First off, Amazon driver. When you think of that, you think of a low-paying job, a job that's still interesting nonetheless. You're outside all day, but it's you're a delivery person. That's what you do. Very basic. Right now, I make about $23 an hour, and with that, you can't really do much. I mean, it's living wage where I live, so you can survive. We live in our apartment. My wife and I did that, and how am I able to buy a house? Well, let's see. It's still in the works, but I want to hopefully show how I'm doing it and let you know if it works out or not. So here we go. How I'm buying a house as an Amazon delivery driver. Number one, for every single paycheck, I'm saving $500 a paycheck for your future down payment. And before you think that is crazy, if I'm getting paid $23 an hour, $48 a week, my take home is around $1,300 to $1,400. That's as you can tell, it's more than 33% of my take home. So it's pretty crazy. You do have to think that I have my wife working as well. We don't have any children, so that does make it much easier. And if you do have kids, well, respect to you, because that's very difficult. Me and my wife are 23 years old. And we want to be able to not just rent in this place forever, but also have more space, a more stable place. And so being able to save $500 a paycheck is definitely a good thing, and it's much easier said than done. And most people are probably like, that is not realistic at all. Let's see, if we make around $2,700, maybe almost $5,000 to $4,500 a month for us combined. Our rent is probably around $1,200 to $1,400 for where we live. And well, here's the thing, our food, our groceries, and I might need to do more, I might need to shift around, but we are able to save because our groceries only cost probably around $50 a week for two people. So that's $200 a month on food. You know, we go out to eat every now and then, but with that grocery budget so low, that does help us out. And I'll be honest, I am getting tired of eating chicken nuggets, but that's what you have to do, and it works out. Another thing that we've been able to do is that the last year we have two cars that we bought, and one of them we were able to pay off very quickly, so we don't have any car payment. It's a very new car, only has 7,000 miles on it, so we're able to pay that off because it's all we saved for. I mean, I'm not buying no Nintendo Switch 2, you know what I'm saying? Right now on my phone, you can tell bad video quality. I have an iPhone Gen 3 SE. I think it's iOS only gonna be compatible for like another year or two. So I gotta figure that stuff out. But those are things I've been able to do to cut down, and just being an Amazon delivery driver is not the best pay, but it does help us to get by. Another big expense that we cut down on is clothing. Of course, you gotta get yourself a nice shirt, but I've had this for over a year. This white button down, this is the shirt I got married in. It's like $35. And I haven't bought a shirt like this, formal, for quite a little bit. I've had a couple just for other job opportunities that might come up, but in general, I've had the same gym shorts since I was 15 years old. Same t-shirts. If I ever get a t-shirt, it's probably $8. And it might not be the best investment because they always shrink. So just tells you the quality of the shirt. Should probably make better moves. When we do go out to eat, 2 months ago I discovered the McChicken, and I've been eating a ton of those. Right now I'm making some cookie dough. I bought like a $4 pack, so let me check on those. This is half my calorie intake for the day. Not the best protein, but this is what I'm working with. I will acknowledge, our rent is low. I've been able to save up a little bit, but it's different wins like that you can try to get to help you. And just a couple wins like that you can get financially, you and your partner, if you're alone, little things like that you can make cheaper is going to make the whole difference. And let's get into number 2. Why am I trying to buy a house at 23 years old at a relatively young age? The average home buyer right now is like 37, 38 where I live. So basically, why would I want to do that? And honestly, if I wasn't trying to have a family at a young age, then I probably wouldn't. I would probably stay renting, save some money, invest the difference. But honestly, I think for me and for a lot of us, we kind of value some sort of stability. Just having a home you can live in. And obviously, you don't want to be poor, but we do want to find a way to make that work instead of renting and switching from place to place and trying to find something. Because I'll be honest, that's what we want. But to get there at the beginning, it's going to be difficult. So why do I want a house? Well, let me show you here. To be honest, when I'm talking about a house, I'm talking about a townhome. I can't really buy a single unit home. So I think I can put it up here, but there is a home that's listed for $265,000 with a 5% down payment and closing costs, which is realistic for someone like me who can't afford 20% down, that can't really save that much. For a 5% down, your mortgage is going to be around $1,900 to $2,100 a month. So that's more realistic, but it's about being able to have a stable income right now. Last year, my wife made around $79,000. And so technically, we'd be able to pass for that, but our income has been kind of unstable because of the part-time and full-time Amazon gigs that we've been going through, which could make it much harder. And we're at a young age, so don't really need that at that point. But if we are trying to start a family, try to have some children, we definitely want that stability. And that unit right there might have some HOA restrictions, but I am looking at trying to buy it and keeping it, house hacking and then leaving, but not selling. Being able to rent something out like that, just to be able to have more stability with money. And I think that's smart. Not just trying to buy a home, your perfect home when you finally have the money, but just trying to get into something as fast as possible, even if it might downsize a little bit. This home right here that I'm showing is 1,100 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. We already live in an 1,100 square feet, 3-bedroom apartment. And so I think it's about the same square footage, but it would downsize somewhat of the space that we have. And for a lot of people, if you already have kids, if you already have commitments, that would be very difficult to try to downsize in the first place. But if you can sacrifice a year or two living in a cramped space, then you can make it work. I will know, obviously, I haven't done this yet, but I am saving $500 a month right now. I think we're at like $8,000, maybe $9,000 for our down payment and house fund. Trying to get a house in this next year, and I'll let you know how that is. I am trying to find a more stable job. It's different from Amazon, but right now, as an Amazon driver, I am trying to get a house. And hopefully, if this works out, you can see that someone at my level, the most basic job, hopefully can try to get into one of these. Last point, Amazon gives me a paycheck, but I'm trying to use it to buy my way to some sort of, I wouldn't even say freedom, but some sort of feeling of stability. Hopefully, I can be at a younger age to have the option to not work anymore, and I think that's the dream for all of us. Obviously, we want to not have to work as much as we need to, but hopefully this is showing someone like me, someone boring, not creative at all, can make something work out of it. And I've chose, I will say, a pretty boring pathway, but overall, I enjoy life. It is very difficult to save $500 a paycheck I can't have my 20 McChickens a week, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I probably could, but the point is, it's a very hard sacrifice, and it is very reasonable not to be able to do that. But trying to start with something, sacrificing a little bit today to be able to do more in the future is overall the main message. And if you like this, please subscribe to the channel Juan Wick, Amazon driver turned the accountant, and how I'm making it happen. And hopefully this helps you to see that someone like me, someone like you with passion can make it work. And I know you can do it. Thanks for watching.